Lessons from the Classroom Challenging Western Ideologies. Marguerite Lengyell with Melissa J.
Theme number 3 was challenging Western ideologies. Would love to hear a
Mhm.
little bit more about that, and this is coming at a really beautiful place in this resource, so yeah, please tell me more.
Yeah. So students generated this, and oh, full circle. Filled me with joy when this one came up with such vibrancy. Um, Students, practically speaking, spoke a lot about a strategy that we use called "Who's Missing." Um, and "Who's Missing" really speaks to questioning whether certain perspectives or experiences or groups of people are being left out of, well, whatever we're doing, whether it's discussions or decisions or learning processes. um, Students asked about this in our classroom, but also in research and in conversations. So this was something that was spoken about a lot, the history of our field, and who's missing there. Um, and so one of the first things we do actually in our coursework is, because I'm me and I know what I know and I don't know what I don't know. So students take the course syllabus and they ask the question, who's missing, and they each individually go through it. And so I think it creates a nice collaborative space for, from the get go, thinking about what ideas and what richness are we missing out on in these conversations, and how can we begin to be curious about that.
Beautiful, and what a great example of how we can be co-creating learning opportunities, learning and unlearning opportunities. Yeah, I love how you hold that space as a learner yourself. And yeah, it also speaks, this is just coming up as I'm listening, is like, yeah, that you really are doing such a beautiful job of power balancing. Like you of course are in the
Mm.
lead role, but you really do a nice job of like dismantling that power differential in your courses and in your relationships with students. Like, Marguerite, this is really beautiful.
Oh, thank you, Melissa. And it's neat. We talk a lot about that same power dynamic, myself as instructor and students, how it can emulate a lot of ways the client counselor dyadic as well. So using it as a cool little model of what that could look like in when they go off into their own practice as well.